I've never seen anybody in the universe, as much as there are people walking around losing their minds, all the colors all over the place. I've never seen anybody act like that in real life.
It doesn't feel authentic. I think it's authentic to probably some people, or it's authentic to the people who made it. Like, I think this is just out of touch. Whoever pitched this came up with this, and like, it's just a little out of touch.
You know what it is? It's virtue signaling without any virtue actually attached to it. It's like they're just, it's insanity.
We're real mad about it.
It reminds me of.
I love that this is a comedy podcast.
It reminds me this Jaguar right there.
What's up? Welcome back to Dark Mode, the business comedy podcast where people write us in stuff and we send them their ideas. My guest today is my good friend, my best friend in the whole world. We've shared a bed many of times.
Ooh,
Casey.
Spicy.
Welcome, buddy. Two-person episode. You know, it's a brainstorming format, so a lot of pressure on you today, Casey. I mean, do you want to tell people like your? I think let's establish some credentials here between the two of us. I think we've probably made ads that have made
trillions. No doubt.
I was trying to give a real number, probably 50 to 100 million, maybe 10, somewhere between 10 and 100 million. 8 figures to 9 figures. So we've made a lot of banger ads. Casey still makes banger ads. I mostly consult, but I tell people how to make banger ads.
Yep.
That consulting is quite a gig. You know what I'm saying?
Attaboy. Yeah. Get it while you can, you know? Yeah, I'm a creative strategist, still kind of duking it out in the trenches. Think up ads, execute the ads, run the ads. It's the playbook.
Make the monies. All right, dude. So first one somebody sent in, I knew this was going to come as soon as it happened, was the Jaguar campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, did you see it?
To be honest, I've seen it a little bit. I've seen articles about it more than anything.
Yeah, you've been busy.
Things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the whole internet has reacted to it at this point. So I don't know that we need to react to it too much. We can react to it a little bit if you want. But I think the more interesting question, this was the question, was I'm curious your thoughts about the Jaguar campaign and what you would do now if you were them. So I'm going to hit you with the video just so you can kind of see it.
Live vivid. Delete ordinary. Break molds.
Break molds.
Wear a dress. Monochrome only outfits.
Be nondescript with your gender.
Copy nothing. Jaguar.
I do like the Jaguar pronunciation better.
I don't at all.
Really?
Create exuberance. So yeah, okay. So we're watching. Okay, seriously, if you didn't know this was a Jaguar ad, how would you even describe this? There's some people wearing fully monochrome outfits in like insane asylum rooms, basically.
Weird outfits.
Lights flickering. I would have no idea this is a car commercial at this point.
There's no cars.
Is there a car in the entire thing?
No, there's not.
There's
any
not
cars
a single car.
And then the G is capital.
Which is just, the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the whole ad. We just sat through that.
Yeah.
Time will never get back.
We got to talk during it, so I guess it was like half of a waste of time.
So you looked into it more than I did. I didn't know that Jaguar was having struggles recently. I mean, they've been hiding it well, I think, at least from like the outside looking in, with the historic branding. Like
it's an 100-year-old brand.
Right. It has like premium kind of feel to it. Like that's stuff that comes to mind when I think of Jaguar. I think like James Bond. I don't know if he actually drove Jaguars, but like it's one of the...
Sounds right.
Yeah, sounds right.
Yeah.
Probably did in one of the movies. What, 100 of those movies?
It's like a very British brand, so it does feel like James Bond.
I think that's where I'm leaning with it. But
yeah,
this is different.
Well, look, this isn't good. This sucks. Yeah. It's pretty bad. I'll be in I'm for brands taking shots.
Yeah,
we were talking about we kind of argued about like the Bud Light Dylan Mulvaney thing when it first happened. And you're like, this is clearly bad. Like, you can't convince me that this is good.
Well, yeah,
like,
some people like to be correct about an opinion, and some people like to have the bad opinion.
I'm not saying it's good. I'm just saying that I am for brands like taking risks. I think that being like there's too much just like moving toward the middle and like, oh, we don't want to be offensive, so like let's not say that, or let's not say that, or like that is actually what I think is like more, there's a very safe danger that I think is more dangerous than doing something like this, because at least this creates opportunity. They have attention now, so they could use this as a set like Bud Light did, where they're like, okay, Pivot, Shane Gillis.
Don't throw a Bud Light in my face with my favorite comedian. You can't use that, because if you're telling, okay,
you're going to say that they didn't intentionally do that, but that's not the point.
I'll be intellectually consistent for a second, and you have to respond in kind, because I will say, like, okay, yeah, I didn't think Bud Light could turn that ship around, and I don't know if I subscribe fully to like get woke, go broke kind of ideology fully either, but I am a creative strategist, and you've heard me talk a billion times about how I wish brands felt more comfortable taking bigger swings. So like in theory, yes, I'm in on that. That is not wholly, mutually exclusive from like take good big swings.
This is the other end of the spectrum of what you experience working with e-com brands where you're cranking out 50 ads a month or 100 ads a month, like where they're just like doing mass volume of iterations, basically. This is the other end of that spectrum. So you go work at like a major, big 5 ad agency that pitches, only Fortune 100 brands, and they're coming up with stuff like this. And sometimes it's a Michael Cera CeraVe thing, and it's like, that was a hit, that crushed, that was amazing. And sometimes it's this. They only take big cuts, and when you take only big cuts, there are going to be some big whiffs. So that's what I'm saying about this. It's bad. I don't like it. It's very like overly weird. Like, I'm not even mad about it being woke. I'm mad about it being woke in like the weirdest way.
Well, like I'm usually advocating for big swings and like take like aggressive sales language and like, don't worry about over branding, like go full performance, say all the things that you would be afraid to say, like quit tap dancing around things. Just be honest, be direct, be authentic. This feels 100% the opposite of that. Like this is the least authentic. I've never seen anybody in the universe, as much as there are people walking around losing their minds, all the colors all over the place. I've never seen anybody act like that in real life.
It doesn't feel authentic. I think it's authentic to probably some people, or it's authentic to the people who made it. Like, I think this is just out of touch. Whoever pitched this came up with this, and like, it's just a little out of touch.
You know what it is? It's virtue signaling without any virtue actually attached to it. It's like they're just, it's insanity.
We're real mad about it.
It reminds me of,
I love that this is a comedy podcast.
It reminds me this Jaguar dude, it reminds me of insane asylum behavior. That's what that looks like to me.
Yeah, I know.
Like they're finger painting, like gone crazy in the insane asylum.
It feels like 1984, but like 2284. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
It's 2084 or whatever. It's weird. Okay. But I think the core question that we got written in on this was, I'm curious to your thoughts on the new Jaguar video and branding. What would you do now if you were them? All right. So they've done this. They bring in Casey, the creative strategist. They're like, where do we go now? How do we use this? Like, and this is what I'm saying is that it's like, here's what you like. This is a set. How do you spike this ball? You
generated buzz.
You've got eyes.
You have created potentially an opportunity, I guess, if you want to be optimistic, at least.
Yeah.
Right. And like, you already called it out, right? The Bud Light playbook. Like, what Jaguar does now is hire Shane Gillis and make fun of themselves.
I think Shane Gillis isn't the fit, but I'm trying to figure out, like, is it a person? What is the fit here? Is it to just be like because Shane Gillis would be fun. It would be like a Shane Gillis like character to come in here and be like if you just did like this whole bit where they're like they're like showing the ad, and then it's like they're in a boardroom and they're like, yeah, what do you guys think? And then there's like a Shane Gillis like character who's like, gay.
He's like, you guys run that? You guys gonna run that? Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
That was great. You guys crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you had to, okay, TV is crazy. And I don't know, you said that was released on Twitter, right? I don't know what their attribution model is. And I don't want to get into like that for the comedy podcast, like you were saying.
Yeah.
But like, who is buying a Jaguar because of that ad?
Yeah.
Is there a single person?
Well, they're launching, it's like a rebrand, and they're launching their new vehicle to go with the rebrand on December 2nd. I think I've heard that they think only like 15% of their current customer base is going to take this journey with them, which when we're using the take this journey with this language, we know
where do they even get that data?
Yeah. What they should do is they should just release, and it's too late now. These cars are done. So either they're pot committed to this or they planned this set spike thing a little while ago. But what would be like the ultimate move is if they actually just released a like great classic luxury car and got like a Daniel Craig, and we're like, yeah, you really thought we were going to do that? Come on.
That would be great. Just like completely memeing everybody out, like trolling the whole world.
Yeah. That's what you need to do if you're Jaguar right now, but you've already made these cars.
That's what I mean. So like that
repaint them black, I guess.
That doesn't even show the car. So even if I disagreed with the branding, but I was into what the product eventually is, they didn't even show it, so I wouldn't know. I can only go off of this.
Yeah.
Like,
well, they're showing it on December 2nd. It's a tease.
But I think if you did nothing,
this is just
fewer people want to find out.
This is some over the pants action from Jaguar, and it's like real bad over the pants action.
But does this make you want to see what the cars look like? Because I actively don't want to. This is the kind of
over the pants action where you're like, I just want to leave. Actually, like this is gonna be better if I do it.
This is yeah.
Stop punching me in the balls.
You just ruined everything.
Yeah,
you ruined everything.
Yeah. No. Okay. So they've got to do, like if they're actually planning a hard pivot like that, that would be great. If they're going to release the car, assuming that they're going to follow this branding, then they're kind of pot committed here. The only real pivot is to
listen, a Bud Light can, the little, what do you call it, the wrap on a can.
Yeah.
I can't imagine that takes a long time to turn around and make new designs.
That's what I'm saying. Repaint them, paint them black.
But to recreate an entire, because I imagine like some of the style of like the body shape and stuff is probably like, because I mean, even look at like the lettering is all like soft edges and like it's very different than like Jaguar, I think of historically, right? Like clean lines and stuff like that. Like these cars look like they're going to come out looking like a freaking like bubble. Like
they did keep the cat logo, so they're like staying with that like cat like. And you can see it in another one of their posts.
But it's a cat that identifies as a dog, though. It's the problem, John.
Yeah.
So it actually barks.
It doesn't know what it's doing. But they kept so they've got it there still. So they still have hopefully that's it. That's what it is. Hopefully the body isn't like too bad. If it's a great car, that's the other thing. A great product does kind of save them if they actually made a great product. So if that's their only hope, if the product is great, and then I think they can just take a hard pivot into like, you got to do a Daniel Craig collab at this point.
Or you know what? If you believe in this enough to do a complete rebrand, stick to it. Go be a Blue Sky sponsorship or something. Like go be the sole sponsor of like Blue Sky for a year or something. Because you literally just
Blue Sky
there's a ton of people who are just out now. Like, even if they were considering it, they're out. But like
I do brands can redeem so quick. Like the Shane Gillis redemption arc is like, that's all you have to do.
I understand, but that there's a reason why it seems so incredible is because it doesn't normally happen that quick and effective.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
But Bud Light might have been like one of the quickest downfalls of a brand, like in recent memory, that we saw just like, whoa, what is happening?
You don't think this is comparable
to a complete, but also completely turns it around basically by righting the ship.
Yeah. I mean,
which has a lot of it's yet to happen here.
A lot of it's going to depend on the product. With Bud Light, it's like the product is the same either way, and the like packaging is the same either way. Here, a lot of it's going to depend on the product. Like, does it look like this thing that's just no like classy guy would ever get on board with? Like I think they're like classy gentlemen is their kind of norm. But at the same time, like I have heard a lot of stuff where people were like, yeah, but they were just losing that market already, so they're trying to appeal to new money. But I'm like, I just think they're appealing to nobody, but who cares?
I think
honestly, I didn't think about Jaguar for like a year before this, so do I really give that much? Not really.
No, I mean it generated buzz for sure. And I guess if you still subscribe to the old model of like there's no such thing as bad publicity, I think the internet in the age of social media has proven that is not true.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that if you were like dying,
the definition of bad publicity.
If you were dying the death that Jaguar was dying already, this might not actually be that bad. You're like, at least we're going out in a blaze of a purple blaze of gay glory. Like,
did you guys see what's going on? People are talking about us for once.
Yeah,
it was nuts.
We're going out in a blaze of rainbow glory.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Do you think that there's like there's got to be a joke in here?
It's the Bud Light like the Bud Light pivot should be a word. Like that should be a phrase. That's their only hope here.
Go woke. I mean you mean the reversion back to
or the Bud Light reverse pivot. Like like that is like, and honestly, if it were actually, I hope they don't do that, because here's what's going to happen. If they do that, if they pull that off, then this is the marketer thing. All the marketers are gonna be like, that's what you do. And everybody's gonna be like, we just got to do something stupid. Everybody will laugh at us, and it's just it's the set spike. It's gonna become a play in the marketer's playbook, and it's gonna get real tiring.
Thought experiment this then. Like,
so I actually hope they kind of fail, if I'm being honest.
Can you do the opposite? Can you? Because like nobody, even then, like I could hear somebody hearing you say that semi like not really seriously. I hear somebody say that and be like, yeah, no, true. Then it works. Look, Bud Light did it. Jaguar might do it. What about the opposite then? What about some like historically like left liberal type brand? And they like, let's embrace Donald Trump and let's have him like, let's talk. Let's do some Trump positive ad. And then when everybody freaks out, we'll go like, just kidding, back to something like, you know.
Yeah, that would be like a Sticker Mule did that this year. It's a lesser brand, but they were like they're called Sticker Mule, and they sell stickers and hot sauce. Makes a lot of sense. And
right, I can get
their
down with that.
founder from the Sticker Mule like email and from their Twitter said like, I support Donald Trump. It was after he got shot. And they like, I mean, I think you could probably do the same thing, but that was like what you're saying is like an actual like political. I'm supporting this like they're doing like a sub. What's the word I'm looking for? They're like doing like not like a subconscious political thing, right?
Right,
you know,
right.
It's, like,
it's more like a culture.
It's like covertly political.
Yeah, it's cultural. But same kind of thing. Like could, I don't know. What's like some kind of liberal, like could like Huggies or whatever, just be like make some pro 2A. Yeah. Like, hey, get yourself some Huggies.
Inherently liberal.
No. I'm just saying it has nothing to do with like guns. And I'm like,
does your baby have a hippie butt?
What does Jaguar have to do with that? Nothing.
Do you have any? What is a messaging?
Are you a gun-loving American? Get your damn baby some Huggies, you know? Yeah. And then people go like, what the hell is going on with Huggies? Generate the buzz. And they're like,
now made with baby holsters.
Actually, Huggies are just incredibly soft and they're great for your baby's butt. And they go, oh, okay, we're backing on Huggies, but generate the buzz. Why do we have to go crazy one direction?
I guess I wouldn't say that I think that there's crazy. I already said Sticker Mule. That's like that was like an actual support.
Never heard of it. Next.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not
didn't happen.
Bud Light is next level. Like,
yeah,
you know, that was a big deal.
Well, it just doesn't happen that often. So like, you know, there's just not that many examples, period.
Fair.
But I mean, do you have any ideas? Like this is supposed to be a thing where we like get prompts and come up with ideas.
Sell.
Yeah. So what's left? Yeah.
Just break them down for parts.
Yeah.
Let's see. You could use that footage, sell it as like stock footage for like some crazy festival.
It
like
looks
Burning
like
Man
you could have made it with an AI just prompt.
It does look like AI. Actually, it looks like it could be fully AI'd.
I don't know that I have good. The only good advice I have here is you've got to try and figure out how to follow the Bud Light playbook here. But if they do, I'm going to hate it because then if that play gets run twice in 2 years, everybody's going to know it. And marketers are going to do what marketers do and rape something that works and until it doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. Take all the actual essence out of something and just keep doing it until it's.
Yeah. All right. Next one. All right. So this one's a write-in. It is. Oh, we're going to play a little Price Sniper. Price is Right is what we used to call it. We didn't make that up though. So I'm going with Price Sniper now.
Okay. Let's snipe me some prices.
Yeah. Let's go with, I think. Yeah, we're going to go with this one. Nope, not that one.
I'm not going to lie. That was a strange first topic. We weren't funny at all.
I mean, that's on you, dude.
I don't know. You supplied the topic.
I know. Okay, here's the ad.
Okay, so I've got some info for you. If you've been looking for a...
Hold on. This is a little weird.
I want to know about his gut health.
Let me just, everybody's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? Price Sniper. Casey's going to watch this ad. He's going to guess what the price of the thing is. And then we're going to do what we normally do and come up with funny ad ideas for these guys.
For a way to increase your gut health, then this greens powder is just what you need.
It's just what you need.
I started using this like a month ago, and I swear it is the key to my gut health. It has 75 vitamins and minerals and whole food sourced ingredients.
Okay.
You ready?
No, I'm good. I mean, immediately I have some ideas.
Okay, but you have to guess the price first.
Oh. Any quantity of it, at least? Like anything like that?
It's that size. You have to just guess what you're going to see when you land.
All right. How about... Oof. It sounds... I know what I would be willing to pay, but I'm going to guess more what I think they're asking you to pay. I'm going to say like...
You're supposed to guess the price you think it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, John. I'm getting there, all right? Gather my thoughts.
I don't understand what's so complicated.
$37.99.
You think it's
$37.98? They might have pulled one of those.
That's what you... So you think they're...
If it's $99, I'm going to be...
The price that's there is $37.99. And your price that you would have been like, oh yeah, I'll buy that is what?
$0. But...
Right. If you were somewhat interested in this...
17-ish. Something like that.
Price on landing page $69.95, and that is the size. That's the default size. All right. So certainly not building. The reason we do that is to say, are they building value with their ad well enough? And you would say no.
To be fair to them, I only watched half of it and then said we're good.
Yeah.
I was gonna jump straight to add ideas though. So.
Yeah, let's go. What do you got for ideas?
The first thing is like what's good marketing synonymous with wordplay. So I want to compare like what was the first? Can you replay the first line for me or what? It was I just want to.
It was like I just want to dance or something like that.
Okay, so I've got some info for you.
Hold on.
Okay, so I've got some info.
No, that wasn't it. Keep going.
For a way to increase your gut health, then this greens powder.
Okay, perfect. So I want him to, instead of that, like same exact intro, this Reds powder, and it's just you're like, it's just. And he takes a scoop just like straight out of the thing, and then like, sorry, I meant this purple powder, like same kind of thing, like passes out, whatever. Somebody else walks into frame, like he meant the greens powder, you know what? Like it's obviously the best color to be healthy, like
right, yeah. If you eat reds, then you're gonna burn up on the spot.
Like I mean. Honestly, there's some truth to it too. Like green is kind of like the color of nature. Like
that's why it's like superfood greens powder.
Like it happens.
Field of Greens is what it's called. That's the product's name.
Yeah, those things are green naturally, so like that's why the product's green. But like, let's be honest, even if you made the product and it was white, like dye it green, and then it looks healthier, right? It's like the color for health. So kind of just playing on that, like use some other colors and show how not healthy those colors are. Black, like if you eat anything black, you're gonna die. Obviously, everybody knows that. So greens like that. That's my.
So your first idea is like just to have some have him try other powders.
All the colors of the rainbow, even
and
like,
dye.
We could get some clips from Jaguar there. All the colors they had. Like, green though. Look at that. Isn't that pretty good? Yeah. Live vividly green. Live green vivid.
Yeah, I like. I like that. I like where you're going with it. I like the idea of maybe doing I like playing on Field of Greens. Like I don't know, something with a field. And not a developed enough idea. We're going to move on.
I want to see somebody injecting the like ground, like the solution.
Well, here's the thing. What does he mean? Like, okay, I don't mean to like. I always do this with you. I get too serious on this show.
Cut it out.
What is it like? Increase your gut health. I hate that. What is for? Why? Why do I want to increase my gut,
John?
Yeah. I want to get my. You got to get your flora right.
Yeah.
You got to get your fauna right.
Get on the flora. Oh, that was good. That was not good.
We're leaving it in.
Nah.
I think that is just problematic. So like, it shouldn't be like increase your gut health. It should be like, are you constipated? I'm going to help you yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you're shitting too much. This will help you stop doing that too.
Do you too much? I'm going to make you constipated.
You know, your is brown. Instead it'll be green.
I think if you, instead of saying like increase your gut health, you should just be like, do you got the gurgles? You know, like I think that, you know,
I do actually bubble guts.
I love your hook idea of like, you know what I fucking hate?
Yeah.
It's a great hook.
Oh, that's okay. That's what we actually talked about off camera.
Yeah.
Where we have to make a billion hooks as marketers, and people think that you pull from this list. There's like,
here's 50 hook ideas.
Here's my 5 favorite reasons why you need this. Exactly. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, none of that feels real though. If I was actually trying to be authentic with a hook, I'd be like, you know what I'm so sick of is myself because of bad gut health.
Yeah, I myself at least once a week, and you know, if you're having that problem too, and everybody's like, "No, I'm not having that problem," you're like, "Yeah, some people are though."
Well,
the small group of people that is like, "I do myself."
You better get ahead of it because you might start at any moment. So
yeah, if you're not yourself now, you're gonna. Yeah, it happens with age, like everything.
I defy you to find a person who hasn't ever shit themselves. I think that should be.
Yeah, I mean,
that should be the hook. Have you ever shit yourself?
Days on planet, just raw days on planet. You know, you're gonna at some point you're gonna
DOPs.
Yeah, as they say.
Dops.
Yeah. How many dops you got, dude?
Oh, I mean, maybe
lots.
4 to 5.
4 to 5 dops.
Yeah, 4.5, easy. You know about those halves. They add up.
I think you do like what do you? I mean, here's another play here: bubble gut stories or like bad gut stories. So like I'm taking some inspo from my last pod because this one got clipped and like one of the people on there had IBS and he had this whole story about how he would like go into the bathroom to fart. He would pull his pants down to fart.
Yeah.
And he'd like fart into the air and he's like, I have myself doing that. I'm like, but you didn't yourself. Your pants were down. You just
Unless you shit onto the pants, then
you shit on. And I'm like, why? If you're gonna go into the bathroom and pull your pants down already, you should be sitting, my guy.
If you're gonna your pants, you'd rather shit the inside of your pants so people don't know immediately. If you shit the outside of your pants, you're like, nobody wants to shit the outside of their pants.
Yeah.
Because then that's a whole other thing to explain. Like, why is it there? And then that's got to be way more embarrassing than secretly shitting the inside of your pants.
You're like, did it go through? Why is it on the outside? So I do think you could do a whole angle where people just tell their like a bad
shitting themselves stories.
Well, even if it's not like everybody's got bad stomach stories.
I really prefer the shitting yourself stories.
Yeah, we're going heavy on yourself for Field of Greens.
Why not?
I mean, dude, somebody says gut health to me. That's what I think. I'm like, you got poop problems?
Yeah. Or maybe we're thinking about this the wrong way because that's ultimately unsexy.
Yeah.
What about like get all up in them guts? Like that's like a sexual phrase, you know, like.
Is that a sexual phrase?
What if
somebody was like, you want to get in these guts? I'd be like,
let me set the scene.
Okay.
All right. We got like, I don't know who comes in the door yet. They open the door. There's rose petals leading up to the bedroom naturally, obviously candlelight.
Yeah, that's how you get me.
Candlelight everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. Other aphrodisiacs. You take a couple oyster shots on the way as you walk through the kitchen, whatever, because the kitchen's
oyster
on the way to
shots.
The aphrodisiac, right?
Really?
Oysters? Yeah.
Oysters are
yeah.
Oysters get you hard?
Not me personally, but I think that's
not me, but other people.
That's like a thing that's been going on.
Yeah,
people do that.
That's true. Like so you see the shells, and you're
it's like rhino horn.
Those shells are.
It's just something you say.
Those shells are provocative.
They look like boobies sometimes.
Yeah.
No, I forgot where I was going. No. And then
aphrodisiac. I'm going upstairs. I'm taking oyster shots.
And then all of a sudden, you know, your ladies there like spread eagle holding the jar of what's the product name?
Field of Greens.
Field of Greens, right there. Just like. You want to play on my Field of Greens? Get all up in these guts. Improve my gut health.
Yeah,
I'm saying that would work on me more. I'd be very interested in that ad. I would watch it. I'd be like, where's this going?
I think you'd be sold if like your girl did that for sure. You'd be like, how much is it? 70 for sure. Yeah.
You caught me. That's what I'm actually thinking of.
Yeah. You're like
she's like, he'll never let me buy this on like a monthly basis. You know, it's too much money, but like,
be like every time the subscription comes, we're going to get it on.
Ladies, actually, you need to convince your man.
Great. Yeah.
I just laid out the playbook for you. You're welcome.
There you go.
Enjoy your nice poops.
I actually think if women just exchanged for like every subscription that they want or thing that they want, it's like just anytime you buy that, the package comes, do it with your man.
Yeah.
He's not going to have any problem with your shopping.
Yeah.
And you're also going to self-regulate your shopping more probably.
I think women have figured this out actually historically. I think they've caught on to this quicker than you and I did.
So I'm just getting the shaft here. I'm getting all the shopping and none of the sex.
Yeah. Probably.
Damn.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. This one was good. So The Onion. You familiar with The Onion?
I'm familiar.
The publication, online publication.
No,
right. Yeah, I thought you might. So The Onion bought InfoWars. You're familiar with InfoWars?
Familiar.
Yep. The Onion bought InfoWars. What is the strategic move? This is a two-part question. What's the strategic move here there? And now that The Onion has purchased InfoWars, if you were the head of marketing for the supplement company that InfoWars owns, what would you do? Like, how would you still sell your supplements now that a bunch of libs own you?
I honestly didn't know InfoWars sold supplements.
Yeah, like they do like $50 million a year in supplement sales. He basically uses the whole thing as a way to sell his supplements.
Yeah, interesting. I mean. First off, I don't know that you need a drastic shift. That seems like they're doing pretty good selling supplements.
Well, does InfoWars, I think I read that The Onion bought it for only like 1.7 million. So it was probably just worth
he was like forced to sell or something.
It was in bankruptcy because
he's TikTok or something.
Well, yeah, like there's some sort of fraud charge. I actually don't know the details around this, so I probably shouldn't say
Sandy Hook, but something.
Yeah, something with Sandy Hook.
Something that made the frogs gay.
Something with the right hooks and the gay frogs.
Yeah.
And
Alex Jones, we get it.
Tyson and Jake Paul probably.
I think Trump might just reverse this. He'd be like, nope, it's his again.
Yeah.
Give him back. Give it back.
He just Uno reverse cards it.
Yeah, exactly.
So he The Onion bought it, I think, for like a crazy low price. So I think if you're saying like, what's the strategy here? I think honestly, the Onion might have just bought it for the content, not for the content on InfoWars, but just for like the funniness of the Onion thinks it's funny that they bought InfoWars, and they think it like, oh, then everybody else is going to cover that, and it might be worth the 1.7 million just for the coverage. You know what I mean? Or just for people talking about it. So that's probably part of why. I don't know if they actually plan to use it. I think that they said they have plans to do to turn it into like parodies of conspiracy theories. Because right now it's like just legit conspiracy theories. So I think that's what their plan is.
A parody of a conspiracy theory. I just think you're gonna get people buying into that, honestly. All that already happens on the Onion. People see that and they're like, "Did you see this?" And they're like, "Oh, it's the Onion." Okay, like got me. Yeah. But
that already happens on the Onion.
If you do that with conspiracy theories, it's just gonna be like people believe it. You're gonna on people like.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they're gonna
onion. There's something going on.
There's something deep here.
Yeah. I think we could sell onion seeds in addition to their new supplement company. You know.
I mean they say their statement on it is InfoWars has shown an unswerving commitment to manufacturing anger and radicalizing the most vulnerable members of society. Values that resonate deeply with us at the Onion. This is actually not bad.
Yeah.
That is always the Onion. I'm like, ugh. But also that was kind of funny.
Yeah. No, I mean, they do all right stuff. Like it's not always, it's got its place.
Okay. I think this is the move here. If you want to keep selling supplements, I think that you create if let's say you're already with InfoWars, you're like in charge of e-commerce for them, right? He's like, look, Alex Jones, he's not doing anything but just writing whatever he's doing. Like he's just out there, right?
Yeah,
I'm in charge of the e-commerce
on like X or something now. He got picked up somewhere else, I think.
He's on X now.
I don't know, somewhere. It might be X. Seems like it just feels like it would be X. You know?
Yeah. So he's out there doing whatever.
A Rumble, maybe.
You've been in charge of. He does seem like a Rumble kind of guy.
Yeah.
X almost seems a little too tame for Alex Jones.
Really
you know what I mean? It's like, no, there's still a lot of like pretty true stuff here on X. You know, like you're like. Alex Jones is shooting for like 10%. If he's like got a 10% hit rate, that's basically him batting 500. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's his whole thing, right?
Yeah. I mean, he's got a big audience of a certain type of people.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, look, the world needs people who are going to like do that. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I'm not even really trying to but the world needs on all sides, people who are going to be like, here's like, let me say the craziest things that there are. And if this is 10% or 5% right, like this is also a watchdog in a sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. He's been right about some wild stuff.
That's the thing. Yeah. So
people want to discredit him like he's crazy. I'm like, he is crazy. He is also kind of right about certain things.
Yeah, he is crazy. But you need that guy who's going to be like, no one else would have thought of that. You got to be a little crazy to even think of that.
Yeah. He came on the scene in like 97 or something when he infiltrated the like Bohemian Grove like ceremonies that the elites were actually performing, like wild stuff, but the confirmed things. And like even the stuff that gets made fun of, where like the frogs are gay thing, like there was something to that. He just said it in a ridiculous way. Like, there's something like
well, hold on. Do we know that the frogs aren't gay?
I mean, I don't know who's doing data sampling of like sexualities for frogs, but
are we asking the frogs if they're gay? Furthermore, are we asking the frogs what gender they identify as?
I mean, that's what it is. They were like growing genitalia of like the other sexes, something like that.
Okay.
Pretty wild.
Okay, so here's how I think. Here's how I think you can take, because basically I think a lot of what happens here is the people who are buying the supplements might be like, well, I can just go buy this same supplement from some other brand. I can get my gut health fixed by Brickhouse Nutrition now, instead of the InfoWars product. So I think that like a lot of his sales were because people were trying to like support InfoWars, right? I think that what you got to do is you got to create like a rogue group inside the Onion of like you find the people who are like the red pilled people inside the Onion, and you like launch like a masked podcast with it where you're like, hey, this is like basically, and also somehow find a way to tie it to like, hey, like the bonus or like the sales of the supplements, like they're able to use that to support that. I don't know how you tie that in, but like that's how I think you got to do it, is that it's like, hey, we're like infiltrators within this liberal organization, and we're holdouts. Like we're we're on board. We're red pill. We're like Alex Jones disciples, and we're still here. You know what I mean? So it's like you're still supporting some people who are fighting back from within. When you
isn't the Onion? Aren't they already red pilled? Don't they mostly make fun of liberal stuff?
I don't think so. I think they mostly make fun of conservative stuff.
Do they? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I guess I don't know either, but
maybe it's just they equal opportunity. I don't know.
Yeah. I think they mostly make fun of conservatives. Trump locks bathroom door so Elon Musk can't follow him. That's an Onion headline.
Well, I mean, that's just factual reporting.
Sweating RFK Jr. performs self-surgery to extract Big Mac from stomach. Biden authorizes Ukraine to use long-range weapons on him.
There's one.
Yeah. Announcement of fourth child contains conspicuous lack of exclamation points. I don't know who that's about. You're the Bonnie to my Clyde, says Biden, running off with pardon Turkey. Yeah, I guess maybe they're equal opportunity.
You know what? I think Onion is a classic example of they just fire a lot of bullets off. And you only really notice the ones that hit you. Yeah,
Taylor Swift arrested on weapons charges after federal agents raid tour bus.
Yeah, I think we both just kind of like said the quiet part aloud about our algorithm. You thought the Onion only made fun of conservatives, and I thought it made fun of liberals.
I don't get that much the Onion stuff, but I guess
that was the only... Yeah, I mean, I get hit with a few bullets, and I'm like, yeah, funny. By the time it hits me, it's been vetted by enough people to where that's how it got into my algo.
Gotcha. I guess you could ask, is the Onion left-leaning? Is the Onion...
Oh, who are you going to ask, John?
Does
mainstream liberal media?
Google.
Yeah.
Bunch of libs over there.
Yeah.
The Onion have a
You're not even using DuckDuckGo yet, are you? Jeez.
Lean.
Do you even love America?
Yeah, media bias rating. It doesn't say. Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. So I think that you could do that, like some rogues within the Onion thing. I think that's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Because the InfoWars isn't a joke thing. You know what I mean? So it's like you got to.
No.
Right. So you got to like have some people in there who are like, yeah, they're just a bunch of bullshitters around here. We're not here to bullshit. We're here to like tell you the actual truth about what's going on.
But it's the exact same stories.
But but it's the InfoWars stories. Like they're actually running on this like podcast or YouTube channel. Or
whatever. One and the same.
Yeah. But like, so you're saying just like the parody stories are basically
just run them, but like, no, but these ones are serious.
These ones are real. Yeah.
And then like the people who don't get the joke, they're the ones who buy the supplements now.
Yeah. Or no, I guess or
the people who appreciate
No, I think you just like carry on InfoWars in like podcast / YouTube channel form. And they might say like, oh yeah, like we slip real ones in there and say that they're parody, but these ones are real. And then they say like, oh, you like, but if the Onion will lay people off if they don't, like if their sales go down. So like you got to make sure that we keep our jobs here and we can tell you the real truth. You guys got to buy the supplements.
I'm going to throw this out there. I'm going to say, if you're going to, because I assume Alex Jones can't work for them either. Like he probably isn't on InfoWars anymore then, right? So he needs a replacement.
Yeah. I do wonder if InfoWars is even valuable at all without him. You know what I mean?
That's what I mean. I think you need somebody. I'd say go with the guy from like Better Call Saul. He kind of looks like him a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he could get excited. He's very excitable looking like Alex Jones is, you know? Because yeah, you're right. Like without Alex Jones, like InfoWars is just, who cares?
You need a dude who's crazy enough to come up with the conspiracy theories.
Gary
Busey. Also like
could replace him.
Kind of like for somebody who's a crazy conspiracy theorist, he's got a high enough hit rate. You know what I mean? Like
there's nobody.
It's very much a one of one thing.
Yeah.
So I think if you want to keep selling the supplements, you just got to swindle people into thinking that you're still like fighting for the cause, but like you're just not, you know. Like you got to we can't let the Onion go the way of CNN and all these other media companies, because then they'll fire the people who are really fighting for the cause in here. And it's like a masked podcast where they mask their voices and stuff.
Interesting. Like anonymous.
Yeah. That's my only idea.
All right. I mean, it's a tough one. I don't know what the Onion does. I hadn't heard they bought InfoWars.
Yeah. That was the first you're hearing of it.
Yeah.
How do you sell supplements? Got any ideas?
You just make people sick.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I think a lot of the InfoWars readers were already
sick.
Like sick. They're sick, bro.
Well, like you see the stuff that the planes are spraying out the atmosphere.
That's true. Yeah,
that's the stuff.
That's like, a good. Buy
these supplements that offset the chemtrails.
Yeah, that's true.
There you go, folks.
I think that I do wonder if that is what he's like his angle on some of these.
If he hasn't done that, I mean, that'd be absolutely blown
That's
away.
A big miss by him. Yeah.
Yeah.
InfoWars, so like it mostly just seems like a regular site, but then it's like Cyber Week sale, 25% off site wide on all of our supplements. You know, it is kind of strange. That's like, I think the main business is supplements.
Yeah, I mean, well, he probably had to shift quite a bit from like advertising
revenue.
At one point, I'm sure he had a lot of advertisers.
Potentially. I think he
just had such a big audience. And then at a certain point, people, it's like that graph of like, how tolerant can you be of Alex Jones's crazy content? It's like, well, as long as his audience is huge, yeah, they can be very tolerant until a certain point. Yeah. He says something too crazy. You're like, I don't care how big the audience is anymore. I'm not interested in advertising on InfoWars.
The Alex Jones store is what it's called. That's like the side. That's the thing he advertises on there.
Yeah.
They are running a giveaway for a truck right now.
Look at that.
Yeah. Okay. I think, well, because it's a separate company, I do think that you can, they have a Gay Frogs Equals Extinction shirt that you could buy.
It's
great stocking stuffer for Casey, for the Caseys in your life.
Gay Frogs Equals Extinction.
Yeah. Yeah. The frogs will go extinct if they're all gay.
I think they're saying we'll go extinct.
We'll go extinct if the frogs are
probably
gay? We need the frogs.
Well, because it's all based off like a chemical, right? Isn't it like that's what's out there? I don't know what made.
Oh, it's a chemical making the frogs gay.
Well, I think people are less concerned about the frogs and more about the repercussions of whatever made the frogs gay being in whatever. I don't even know what it was. I mean,
honestly, I'm kind of on board with some of his merch. 1984 is not an instruction manual. Is a pretty good shirt, honestly. Yeah. He's a tough one. I don't know. I think because it's just a separate company, I think you just like break it off and don't make it part of InfoWars anymore.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
I didn't know there was a problem. It seems like it's just a thriving business.
Well, it is a thriving business. I think that this person was trying to give the challenge of how would you do that? I don't know if they're actually the person in charge of e-com at InfoWars. That'd be crazy if they were, or at Alex Jones's supplement company. But that was their challenge was, since this has happened, I think the main traffic source was InfoWars. Since the main traffic source is now cut off from how do we do it? You know?
Yeah, I think you keep that traffic source going.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get a group to infiltrate the Onion and say like, yeah, we slip some real stories in with the parody ones, you know?
Yeah,
and their whole thing is like this, you know, it's like this podcast thing where they say which ones are the real ones.
AI Alex Jones in. It's getting good.
It's getting good enough to...
Nobody said you couldn't have the likeness of Alex Jones on Infowars.com anymore.
Yeah. All right, man. That's what we got today. Do you got anything you want to plug?
Not particularly. Watch Dark Mode. Thanks again for tuning into Dark Mode with Casey Fehrnstrom.
John J.H. Coyle, at John J.H. Coyle on all your socials. I appreciate you having me, buddy.
Yeah.
See you next time. Yep.